Hi there, my name is Anessa and I'm a detoxification specialist with over 7 years of experience helping people become healthier naturally. Digestion is one of the most important processes in the body and is a reflection of how healthy we are. So if your digestion is off and if you have certain symptoms like bloating, gas, discomfort, and even cramps, these are a sign that your gut needs a little bit of help. So healing the gut is not an overnight process. You have to do things right cumulatively, meaning you have to eat the right diet for a longer period of time to see results. However, creating the right habits around digestion can help you get there. So these are 5 of my top tips in how you can improve your digestion and see results quickly. So foremost, when it comes to digestion, simplicity of foods is always key. Your gut doesn't like complexity. So food complexity is one way that the body can become boggled down and use a lot of its resources, a lot of its energetic resources to process. So if you're already kind of compromised, your body's dysregulated and doesn't have a lot of energy, and it needs all the resources it can get to heal, then the body will be struggling because it's going to use all of its resources to digest, especially complex foods. So when healing the gut and healing the body in general, you want to keep your diet very simple. So when making your meals, I recommend to keep it simple. Use very simple ingredients, some herbs, some spices, and maybe 2 or 3 different food groups. Don't go overboard thinking you need more nutrition to be healthy. Actually, your body gets a lot of its nutrition through simplicity. More is not necessarily better. So even if you have, let's say, a piece of fruit, that fruit has a lot of different vitamins, minerals, and compounds that work together to give the body nutrition and energy it needs. You don't need to go around and then eat an orange and 10 other fruits so you can stay healthy. You can eat 2 oranges and an apple, and your body will get as many nutrients as it needs from those compounds. So it is a bit of a myth that we need to eat all kinds of, or too many different fruits and veggies just to get what we need from them. But my take on that is we can eat fewer of those, but with more quality, meaning we can eat fewer vegetable types and fewer fruit types. But if we eat them ripe and organic, that is better for us than eating all types of fruits and vegetables, especially at the same time. Not to say that a lot of different fruits and vegetables have specific and very unique healing compounds, but we don't need them all at once every day to stay healthy. We can simply choose few at a time, and we can be guided intuitively to the ones that call to us. Whatever you're guided to intuitively in terms of diet, that is most likely what your body is drawn to, or your body wants the nutrients and the nutrition in that compound, in that vegetable or fruit or food. So always listen to your body. Think of your body as a very wise, also complex chemistry breakdown machine. So when you add a lot of different chemistry all at once, the body's just trying to keep up. Okay, I have to digest this compound and use this enzyme and then use this and that and that. And so you're burdening the body with its need to use energy that it could use for healing for the digestive process. But not only the digestive process, the body then needs to absorb this nutrition, utilize it so it can actually use it, and then it has to eliminate all of these compounds. So that's a very complex process, and that involves a lot of energy. So that's my first vital tip. Keep it simple, meaning make all your meals simple, eat and chew properly, and when you do have variety of foods, try to space them out so you don't have them at the same time, because then the body is working really hard to meet the demands of digestion. My second tip is not to have any liquids with your meals. This is actually an old Ayurvedic tip. So basically in Ayurveda, whenever you have food with water or with any liquid, you tend to dilute the digestive juices. So that would deprive the body of that digestive fire the prowlness. So liquid supposedly dilutes a lot of these digestive juices in the stomach and makes it harder for the body to digest the food because it's diluted with the water. So in order to absorb it, in order to utilize it, it's going to just have a harder time. So my suggestion is to drink your water half an hour before having your meal or half an hour after you have your meal. So by spacing out the water, the liquid, and the food, you're just going to give your body a little bit more efficiency in the digestive process. You're not going to burden it, so it doesn't have to take care of too many elements at once, and you're going to feel better as a result. My third tip, and very important tip in terms of food combination, is never to mix certain foods together. So some foods digest quicker. So fruits and vegetables digest quicker than grains and meats and so forth. So when you mix these together, the body will have a harder time digesting them at the same time because obviously their chemistries are very different. When you mix foods with different chemistries together, the body will have a hard time digesting them properly, and this will cause a lot of fermentation in the guts. You want to eat foods that have similar chemistries together because your body will just have a more simple time dealing with them. When you're combining, let's say, potatoes, which are starch, they're complex sugars, with proteins that are complex amino acids, this will cause a lot of friction. It's going to basically, complex sugars have their own chemical decomposition in the body. There's a different process to them being digested than the process of the complex proteins. So when you eat potatoes with beans or even meats, and we see a lot of that, French fries and meat, French fries and steak, those are basically starches and proteins, and they don't mix chemically. So when that happens, the body is just going to have a sluggish time at it. It's going to have a hard time figuring out which, enzymes to create for this whole concoction of chemistry. And through that digestive process, it's going to have a harder time absorbing a lot of that nutrition from this concoction because it's just very difficult to deal with. So when you eat, make sure that your chemistries are very complementary. So if you have digestive problems, learning about proper food combination is essential. And here, I'll add a quick cheat sheet to help you in the process. So my fourth tip is to eat less throughout the day. This helps the body digest everything it needs in that one meal, which is not really heavy and burdensome. When the body is not involved in constant digestion of heavy meals, it can use that energy for any of your activity, any of your energetic surplus needs, for the brain to work more clearly, for your body to heal more properly. The body will now have the energy that it's not using to digest complex foods all the time to then go after all of these weaker areas and fix them. And my fifth tip is to use foods and herbs that help the digestive process, be it before you have meals or throughout the day, just to help your gut and digestion run better. So my top herbs and foods for helping the digestive process, and you can add these in your salad, you can have these throughout the day in a smoothie or with your meals. So herbs are natural tissue regenerators. So they work very specifically with specific body parts to help them elevate in their function. So when you have herbs that are great for the gut, for the colon, you're going to help improve the function of those cells. And so here is my top list of the herbs and roots and foods that I recommend for gut health and for better digestion. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please show some love to the channel by subscribing or giving me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to work with me and figure out how to detox your body with herbs and natural foods, All of my information is in the description below. So thank you again for your time and stay well.